The Rottweiler is one of the most feared dogs in the world. Families argue over whether it is a misunderstood protector or a danger waiting to happen. But the truth is not simple. The Rottweiler is both legend and liability, depending entirely on who stands at the other end of the leash. This dog carries centuries of history in its blood. Bred to guard cattle, protect homes, and face down intruders, its instincts are sharper and heavier than most people realize. Yet today, it appears in family homes around the world. Videos show them playing with children, sitting quietly in living rooms, and appearing calm and gentle. But appearances can mislead. What most people don't see is how quickly that calm can transform into explosive force when the wrong trigger is pressed. A Rottweiler is steady until it isn't. And when that shift happens, it is faster than most owners can react, and stronger than most can control. This is where the debate begins. Are they simply misunderstood, or are they too dangerous for anyone without professional-level discipline? Critics insist they are unsafe by design. They point to cases of bites, attacks, and tragedies that could not be stopped once the dog decided to act. Supporters defend them with equal passion. They argue that these dogs are not monsters, but reflections of the people who raise them. Both sides are telling part of the truth. But neither side explains the full reality. The Rottweiler is not dangerous because of what it is. It is dangerous because of what it demands. This breed does not forgive weakness. It does not respect inconsistency. It does not pause to consider your intentions. To the Rottweiler, you are either leader or follower, and if you are not the leader, the dog will step into the role without hesitation. That shift is the breaking point. It is the moment affection fades and instinct rises, leaving families stunned at how quickly devotion can turn to defiance. The triggers for this shift are not always obvious. Inconsistency in rules, unstable environments, or chaotic households create confusion that the dog interprets as weakness. And weakness is the spark. Once lit, it ignites instincts that cannot be negotiated away. This is why trainers compare Rottweilers to storms. Calm one moment, overwhelming the next, their power is undeniable once released. The reality is brutal. Most families underestimate the responsibility. They want loyalty without leadership, devotion without discipline, and affection without authority. But the Rottweiler does not bend to fantasy. It bends only to strength, clarity, and respect. In the right hands, that strength creates something breathtaking. The dog becomes a partner, a guardian, and a protector beyond compare. But in the wrong hands, it becomes chaos. It becomes a liability too strong to contain and too stubborn to reform. This is why so many Rottweilers are surrendered, abandoned, or labeled dangerous. Not because they are broken, but because their owners failed to understand the cost of owning such a dog. The truth is simple. The Rottweiler is not too dangerous to own. It is too demanding to own. It requires more discipline than most people are willing to give. It requires more structure than most households are able to provide. And when that structure fails, the Rottweiler does not hesitate to take control. In that moment, ownership ends and survival begins. So the question must be asked again. Are Rottweilers too dangerous to own? The answer depends not on the dog, but on the human. In the hands of strength, it becomes loyal beyond measure, offering protection and devotion that feels unshakable. But in the hands of weakness, the very same power turns destructive, creating chaos that no amount of affection can control. And that is the truth most people avoid, because it shifts responsibility back onto them. The Rottweiler is not born a problem. It is shaped into one when its needs are ignored or underestimated. The danger is not in its nature, but in the illusions people build about what it takes to handle such intensity. So before you bring one home, you must stop and reflect honestly. Are you prepared to live with a dog that will test you daily, that requires clarity and structure without exception? Or will you hesitate, hoping that occasional discipline will be enough for a breed that thrives only under consistent authority? Or are you still convincing yourself that love alone can overcome instinct? Are you hoping affection will soften a guardian that was bred for strength, confrontation, and control? Because that hope is not protection, it is denial. And denial is what places families at risk. Because love without leadership means nothing to this breed. And that is the brutal reality. Respect is the only currency the Rottweiler accepts, and it must be earned and reinforced every single day. When it is not, affection collapses into tension, and tension becomes confrontation. And once that respect is lost, the spiral begins. The dog no longer looks to you for guidance, and in its eyes, the role of leadership is empty. That vacuum does not remain unfilled. It takes it for itself, and once it does, the balance inside the household is shattered. This is the truth exposed, stripped of illusion and denial. The Rottweiler is not too dangerous by nature, but it is too demanding for those unwilling to meet its expectations. It requires discipline, strength, and consistency few people are ready to provide. And that is why, for most owners, the honest answer will always be no.